So hey guys, this is just my little video for the week. I'm sorry it's a day late, but we don't really have a lot to talk about, so I'm just gonna hop right to it. Let me share my screen. All right, so we are in week 13, and so that means like we basically have about not including this week, about 2 more weeks of class left. So this week, there's not a lot to do. You should be working on your best draft of essay number 4. That is due on Friday at 11:59. You will have over the weekend to get your peer review in, and then you have a gradable discussion. That's it. You also are going to, if you choose to, you're also going to hand in your optional revised essay and the cover letter for the optional revised essay. So a couple of things about the optional revised essay. If all of your papers are above a 13, you're not doing this because you generally have an A for the course anyhow. If any of your papers fall below a 13 in terms of the grade received, then you have the option of rewriting it. So in your cover letter, you're just going to tell me the changes you made, why you made those changes, and then the revised essay is just that. And then I will drop whatever paper is the lowest grade and give you the highest grade for your essay, or the higher grade. So again, this is optional. So if you have an A for the course, you're not doing this. It doesn't make any sense. But if you have a B and you're happy with the B, you also do not have to do this. If you have a C and you're happy with the C, don't do this. If you fall below a C, then you actually should do this because you're in danger of not passing the class. So you need 70% to pass a college level course. So if you fall below that 70%, you are writing this optional revised essay. The other thing is that you can only revise essay 1, 2, and 3, of course, because you haven't gotten essay number 4 back from me, and you cannot revise the midterm. That's not how the midterm works. So your choices of revision are essay 1, 2, and 3. I want to spend a little bit of time talking about the best draft of essay number 4. So a lot of you in essay number 3, you handed in a paper that was not in the MLA format. And when I say that, you didn't have in-text citations, nor did you have a works cited page. So very, very quickly, I just want to point out, and that's going to keep you in a C. So very quickly, I just want to point out that how to do a works cited page, or remind you of it if I can. So if you go to Purdue OWL sample works cited page, and I posted this already, this is what a works cited page looks like. You have to have this in your paper because that's part of an MLA format. Anytime you use a quote, you have to give me a page where you tell me where you got that quote from. And so here you can see some examples. So the author's last name, first name, the title, the container, which should be New York Times, the date it was published, the website, and then the access date. And the access date is the date you looked it up. So here's some samples. So what you can do, particularly for the source you got off of MyCCP database, you want to always go into your MyCCP, go into libraries, right? And it'll take you to a database list. I already went through all these steps. I went to opposing viewpoints and context, and I clicked on the article. But what I want to point out is that if whatever you're using in opposing viewpoints and context, it does the work for you. So if I come down here, and here's MLA 8th edition, this is the citation for MLA. So here's my author's last name, his first name, the article, all that good stuff. And then if I were doing an APA paper, this would be it. There is a difference between MLA and APA. There are 2 different ways of formatting the paper. And some of you are substituting one for the other. There are 2 different ways of doing it. So here's my MLA 8th edition. So if I'm on my CCP database, I'm just copying and pasting this, and I'm putting it in, let's see if I can find it. I didn't save it. So I would copy and paste, and I would just put it in my Word document, right? So that's the easiest way to do it. If you're working from a bibliography or like EasyBib, one of those online websites where it kind of sets it up for you, should be centered. So be works cited because it's plural, right? And I have multiple. And here's my citation. I would make sure that the first line is not indented and every other subsequent line is indented. But it does the work for me. So you want to make sure that you have this last page with your works cited on it. I'm going to come out of this. You can also always go back to Purdue OWL. And it has a sample paper, and it shows you how it should be set up. So I'm not nitpicky about this. You know, I just remind you, I don't take a ton of points off, but all your other professors will. So it has to look like this. It has to have a title. It has to have your last name. It has to have the page number. And at the very end, here's my works cited page. You have to have it in MLA format. It's not optional. And if you don't have it, then you are getting C's for me. There's just no way that you can get higher than a C if you're missing a works cited page. You just can't. All right, so let me go back, see where I am. Okay, so that's for essay number 4. For best draft is due Friday. The final version or the final draft is due December 11th, which is next week. You're working on your, if you choose to, you're working on your optional revised essay, which is due by December 10th. It's open, so you can hand that in whenever you choose to. And then week 14, we start, which is next week, we start prepping for our final exams. And then the following week is your final exam. I'm going to stop my share. So we're pretty much done. So in general, you're working on essay number 4 for the next 2 weeks and beginning to prep for your final exam. If you are not passing this course, you need a 70%, which is a C to pass this course. You want to reach out to me, and you want to also think about like how far below that 70% you fall, and think about if you want to withdraw from the course. I would always suggest withdrawing as opposed to getting an F. So the difference is withdrawing from a course will not impact your GPA, and getting an F will impact your GPA. And the GPA matters if you're trying to transfer out to a 4-year institution, or if you're trying to get into a nursing program. You need at least, to be competitive, to get into a nursing program, I would say you need at least a 3.0, which is a B average. And an F is going to bring that way down. So we just want to reach out to me or either someone in counseling or financial aid and begin to have that conversation. Now, withdrawing can impact your financial aid. So again, we do want to have that conversation before you decide to withdraw. All right, so you're working on those, your essay number 4. I'll post a video next week going over essay, your final exam, and giving you an outline and giving you a close reading and helping you prepare for that. Also for essay number 4, and I'll write this in my notes in my announcement, it says 5 pages. I would gladly take 4 good pages. So if you get to 4 pages and you're like, I'm done, I have nothing else to say about this topic, then you're fine. All right, that's it. Have a good week. And again, reach out to me if you have any issues or any questions or concerns about essay number 4. Take care.